So I'm tempted to turn on my heat because it's cold, but I'm about to teach and then I'm gonna be hot. So I'm just gonna get up, move my body a little bit and not turn on the heat before I teach an hour-long class. So I teach it's a HIIT, high intensity interval training class, followed by a Pilates class, but the HIIT class is Pilates and cardio. So that's what I teach on Sundays, which I'm about to do in like 45 minutes. So, my Kerry Washington Face ID video is blowing up on Twitter. It's so interesting because I posted it to my TikTok, and it's actually a trend that like a lot of people have been doing for a while. So my video is like not going to be at the top or anything unless it shows up on people's For You pages, but I posted it to Twitter in response to somebody's thread about saying, oh, this is my favorite new trend. And it's got like 47,000 views or something, while my TikTok, it has like 3,000. So post to different platforms, y'all. You just never know where it's gonna take off. So that's been fun. So I've just been looking at like all the quote tweets from that. And I'll put it in this video if I haven't already put it in another video. I don't remember. I'll just put it in here anyway so you can see it. But the concept is you stole somebody's phone, but you need their Face ID to open it. So it's either people who already look like the person they stole it from or doing an impression of the person. And I did Kerry Washington, which if you've seen her and her stuff, or if you've seen any memes, it's very recognizably Kerry Washington. So, today I need to go get a COVID test. Again, I feel fine. I'm getting one as a precaution because I'm going out tomorrow night, and I am. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I have to buy some shampoo and conditioner. So, when I got my hair cut, my stylist recommended certain shampoo and conditioner to use, and I think old me would have been like, whatever, I'll just use what I want, but I was like, you know what, stick to it, just stick to it. So I use Pureology. This is the hydrating shampoo, and this is the hydrating conditioner, and they are empty. They actually lasted a while because I got those in, I guess I got my hair cut in June. Yeah, and I've washed my hair it hasn't been once a week, but it hasn't like not been once a week sometimes. So yeah, I got those in June, and that's what I've used every single time. And I've washed my hair at least once every 2 weeks. Yeah, and so those lasted a really long time. So I need to get more of that, get my COVID test. I've also decided for my Christmas cards, I'm going to, so when I was little, and when I was like living at home with my parents, for stocking stuffers, they would do scratch tickets. And I think that's what I'm going to send in my Christmas cards to my friends, to the people that I'm sending it to. Just like a little $1, scratch ticket. So I'm just going to get some cash and buy like, I think I'm sending like 20 cards now or something. So I'm just going to buy like 20 scratch tickets and just put one in each of the things. And I'm really excited because I found stamps yesterday. I knew I was going to have to buy more stamps, but I did find 8 of them in my junk drawer. Let me show it to you real quick, and then I can go and check the time on the stove. I started this like organizing kick. I saw like one TikTok of somebody organizing, and I was like, I need to organize my shit. So my junk drawer looks like this. Super well organized. But I looked in there and I saw that I have stamps, which is great. So I don't have to buy all of the stamps that I think I do. But yeah, but I'm excited because last year I was getting Christmas cards from like friends and I was like, oh, I really want to do it this year. And then the time came and I almost was like, fuck it, I'll do it next year. But I was like, you know what, Ash, just do it. Just do it. So I don't know, I probably should send them out soon, right? Today's December 12th. Yeah. Yeah, I think if I can start to knock them out, get them in the mail by tomorrow, they should arrive in time. I don't know. It's also the holidays, so things might be slower, but it's the thought that counts. All right, I'm going to get ready to teach. See you later. So I'm working on this new practice of getting behind the energy. If you've read The Untethered Soul, which I'm reading right now, it's on pages 65 and 66 because I memorized where it was in the book. But it's this idea, practice of, I just sprayed some like fragrance stuff, so I inhaled a little bit of it. It's this practice of instead of getting into the problem, you get into being free, right? And like chasing that freedom and just deciding not to fall below your seat of consciousness. I might have said this yesterday, y'all. If I did, just fast forward, but maybe you need to hear it again. So the idea is that the you that is the pure you that can't be touched, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna have to turn this off because I need to put in my address and in this car, the address that I'm going to, and in this car, I can do it by voice. So hold on. Okay, I'm back. So how I think of it is, okay, so yeah, so you have your seat of consciousness, you have your true you that is unfazed by shit, and that's just watching like the world go by, and it doesn't get into that like lower part of yourself where you are emotional and you can't, when you're emotional, you can't be, this may be totally wrong, but, okay. This may be totally incorrect and somebody gently correct me if I'm wrong, but I think when you're emotional, you can't be rational, right? So like, if you're like, I'm not even trying to, the way that I think about it is that if you are in a state of emotion, in a state of frenzy, you can't rationally make a decision. So this idea of getting behind the energy of instead of, you have a choice, right? Instead of, and it's always about making a choice. I'm going to finish my sentence in a second. It's always about making a choice that is the higher choice, which is staying in your seat of consciousness and just letting it go by. Just letting the shit go by. Just don't get into the energy of it because, as it says in The Untethered Soul, it's really, really, really fucking difficult to get out of it later. So if you just don't get behind it in the first place, I should not have turned. I should not have done that turn. You're good to go. Sorry, dude. Sorry. Yeah, so don't get behind it in the first place. So this is how I think of it. You're on Twitter. Twitter is one of my favorite platforms. You're on Twitter and you see somebody ask a question in reply to a stranger's thread. So this is a stranger who wrote a thread, and then you see another stranger, so it's a stranger of a stranger replying to the thread, and it activates you and it triggers you somehow, and you want to respond. And it's the difference between you responding to this person that you don't even know about something that maybe somebody else is going to take care of or whatever, or isn't personally offensive to you, but it feels personal for whatever reason, or you keep scrolling, or you just scroll and it's literally gone because it's the internet and there are a vast amount of things. And when you scroll away, if somebody's fucking cyberbullying you, whatever, and you block them and they don't have any other access to you, they literally disappear, right? So it's choosing to respond to this stranger of a stranger, or scrolling past, and then you forget about it. Maybe you may think about it. Honestly, sometimes I do think about people who have like honked their horn at me, and I'm just like, God, that sucked, but whatever. Neither here nor there. So it's about doing that. It's about scrolling past a stranger's tweet, but with things that are closer to you. With things that are closer to you, right? So it's being able to scroll past, quote unquote, your sister making a comment about your hair,
or whatever. Not to say that they're not wrong, not to say that it's not offensive, not to say that it's something that they don't need to work on. You're not just being like, yeah, you can say whatever you want to me, but it is not getting wrapped up in the energy of it, and not getting wrapped up in your own thoughts and your mind about it. Now, this may not apply for everything. Obviously, if it's like an abusive situation, if it's, stuff like that, that's very different. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about kind of like the daily shit that keeps us spiraling and that keeps us down below that seat of consciousness, right? That seat where if we sit and we're grounded, we're just watching life go by. The Untethered Soul gives this great version, and I can probably give this version because it's happening to me right now. If I was with my friend Adrienne and we saw this like a gray Jeep pass, she would probably think nothing of it. But because my ex has a gray Jeep, I'm like, oh, is that him? Like it does something to me, right? But it's just because of what I have associated with that versus what Adrienne does or doesn't have associated with it. So they're two different things. But it's about not getting behind the energy of it, not getting wrapped into the energy of it, and you are constantly in your seat. So what I actually do too, and I feel a little crazy doing it, I feel a little like nuts doing it, but it really helps. And I feel like Jack Nicholson at the end of The Shining when I do this. I'm gonna have to wait till I get to a light to show you, but when I find my thoughts going into that place below my seat of power, like below where I'm sitting, below my consciousness, that I'm like, there's no reason for me to be in this. Well, there is a reason for me to be in this place, but I just find my thoughts getting tangled. I literally just look up. If I'm having the thought, I just look up. I just bring my eyes all the way up to the top, as high as they can go. I just look up, right? And it kind of short circuits that thought pattern. And honestly, I thought of this yesterday. I must have done it at least 100 times yesterday. So it's a practice and it's a habit, because the thoughts are going to be there, eventually you won't think about it, it won't bother you, but I just sit there and I just look up. And it's not until the thought goes away, it's literally a second, I just look up. And of course I was like in my house all day yesterday, and I'm like, this is going to be interesting. I mean, even I was teaching Pilates today, and luckily I was like lying down doing an ab workout, and I had a thought and I just looked up while I was doing it, and that was it. So I think little physical things can help. Listen, y'all, this is me just saying this in case somebody needs to hear this at the right time. I don't know who needs to hear this, but this is what I am going through. These are things that I am doing to actively change my life and to change some of my circumstances, because there are things that I'm happy with. There's some things that I'm not, and then I'm like, okay, well, Ash, if you're not happy with it, motherfucker, like, let's change. Let's do some deep-seated real work, real change, Yeah, I did a cord cutting ritual last night, and that felt really good. I was actually really excited to do it. So I wrote out the situation that I wanted to cut the cords from on a piece of paper, and I burned it, and that motherfucker burned so quickly, so fast. I had a white candle that I was going to give away, but I was like, oh great, I can light this white candle. I burnt some sage, burnt some Palo Santo, said a little kind of spell or whatever it may be, just to clear away the energy and reclaim my energy and reclaim my power. And I swear to God, if anybody in the comments says something like, well, you shouldn't be giving your power away in the first place, fuck you, the shit happens. This is real life. This is the shit that I'm dealing with. And that's what it is. I don't need advice, really. I'm just telling you what I'm going through and what I'm doing, and saying something and I'm only saying this as a pre-warning because people tend to give me advice when I don't want it or need it, and it's not helpful. I'm good. I have a thing that I'm doing. I'm good. And I don't need any external validation. I'm just hoping to share this with you if it is helpful for you, versus needing any advice on anything. So if I ask for your advice, I'll ask for it. But the whole, oh, you shouldn't feel that way, or you shouldn't do this, or you're a beautiful woman, you shouldn't, I don't want to hear it. I'm good. So yeah, so taught class, going to my, getting this COVID test, and then going to get my shampoo and conditioner. And I don't know why I'm feeling like maybe I need to hit the grocery store, but I don't think so. I know that there's a new recipe I want to try, but I didn't bring the ingredients for it because I'm working on like what I have right now. So yeah, I'm going to get this test, and then going to get my shampoo and conditioner. I usually have a meeting that I go to at 1. It's this creative group meeting, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go today. Yeah, and it's funny because I kind of feel like I don't have much to do today. Like, I feel like I usually have like mega stuff to do for the week ahead. Like, maybe I'll work on some of the bios, but I do have a lot in the queue that are done. I think I have like 4, maybe, I think I have like 3 that need to be reviewed. And then once the designer comes in and does more work on them, I'll have those to send out. But I'm in like a pretty good place. Do I have a mask in here? Yeah, I do. I'm in a pretty good place right now. So yeah, I do want to do my hair today. I do want to do that. And I do have a tape that I need to do by Wednesday, but depends on how long it is, but I probably won't try to like force that out tonight. And when I say tape, I have a self-tape. I have an audition. Yeah, so that's all. I will check in with you. Latte. Oh, I ate, so I'm very proud of myself. Last night, I made some overnight oats. Because usually after my workout, I'll leave the house and I don't have anything to eat, and I'm not great about eating after my workouts, but I did have those overnight oats, so that was good. It was oats, some keto plant-based milk, cinnamon, pumpkin spice mix, nutmeg, vanilla, chia seeds, and I put some blueberries on top today. And it was really good. Yeah, so I had some of that before I left, so that should be good until I get home. So yeah, ooh, flowers. Maybe today I will buy I should go to an ATM and get the lottery tickets, the scratch tickets, and more stamps. Maybe I will do that today. Yeah, maybe I'll do that today. Just get it done. Okay. All right. Bye. Y'all, I for sure thought that it was like 7:30 or 8. It's only 5:30. I just got home. I got my Scotch bonnet peppers. I'm so excited. I want to go back out and go to the liquor store and get this beverage that I just heard about. It's actually non-alcoholic, but it's supposed to like help open your heart chakra, has adaptogens, botanicals, and I'm like, I'm so curious, I want to try. But there's a lot of gnarly traffic outside right now, so I'm staying my ass here. I need to do my hair. I have my new shampoo and conditioner now. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go do my hair, and I might go on live to do it because the people on TikTok seem to enjoy it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna shower and do my hair, and I will pop in later. I might do some, you know what? No, actually I'm gonna go on my bike for a little bit before I like shower and, get all the sweat from the day off. I'm gonna go on my bike I'm gonna try to do a half an hour, but I'm gonna see how I feel. Best is half an hour. Good is, actually, if I sit and watch an episode of How I Met Your Mom, which is the show that I've been watching, I can definitely get my half an hour in. Red chili flakes because I'm out. I got some dried shiitakes, which I could have gotten around here, but these seem much cheaper than other places. I can use these for stews, for broths. These are like $3. I got this palm oil. I did buy palm oil the other day, but I just bought this on principle because I think what I paid for the palm oil that I bought was really high. I also got this Jamaican Blue Mountain curry powder because I know I'm running low on Jamaican curry powder, different from Indian curry powder. Dried thyme. I was gonna get the package, but I liked this container. And
coconut milk, and I got a little mini machete. I got a new knife. It's small, but I just wanted to have a knife that felt like this is my kitchen, this is my knife, so I got this knife. I'm really excited about it. All right, let me get on this bike. Chat later.